Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Sever7, and today we're going to take a deeper look at the Kansept link with the ultimate goal of seeing if this is something that is going to fit into your collection or your daily carry rotation. So I can say right out of the gate, this is a knife that I didn't really have any interest in reviewing. I didn't like the aesthetic and I didn't think it was for me, but I can say that in using this knife over the last couple of days, I've completely changed my opinion on that. And I'm really thankful I gave this knife an opportunity. So starting off with the steel, we have a Damascus steel, and I couldn't find what the jacket or the core of the steel was. I believe Kansept uses a VG10, but I'm not 100% sure, and I'm not going to guess at it. So I can say that for my testing, the blade didn't dull. Not that I did anything crazy with it. It was mostly box opening and letter opening, but the blade didn't dull and it seemed to perform perfectly fine. But just know that if you pick this knife up, your steel experience may differ depending on what you use it for. Now, as far as the ergonomics, this knife was really comfortable to use. You can see we've got a spot right here that's nicely contoured. All the edges are knocked down all around the knife. And then we also have a really nice, comfortable choil that we can choke up on. It's also nice because you've got this poon and you can pinch grip it to get those precise, those precision, your draw cuts, things like that. And then, like I said in my overview, you can go far beyond the poon, right? You can go all the way up here to the tip and pinch grip it just the same and get super precision cuts. Not that I particularly do anything that requires that level of precision, but it's nice to know that I can. You can also get up here with your thumb if you need to put a little more force into your cut or apply a little more pressure. So as far as ergonomics and all the different ways you can hold this knife, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I think it was overall really fantastic. Now, this is a small carry profile, doesn't take up a whole lot of room in the pocket. We have a nice titanium milled pocket clip. It's a little less than 50% of the way up the handle. So you can slide it in the pocket, out of the pocket, one-handed. Pretty easy. And I wouldn't go jogging with it, because it's gonna weigh your gym shorts down a bit. But as far as wearing it in jeans, khakis, stuff like that, it was perfectly fine. No issues, no notes. Now, as far as the smoothness of the knife goes, normally I put skiffs in my knives, but with this one, I didn't really feel the need to. This knife is very smooth, open and close, and we're sitting at about a 35 or 40% lockup. Now, just looking at the knife, you can probably tell the fidget factor is going to be, 10 out of 10. We've got reverse flick with the that window. We've got thumb flick with the studs, reverse flick with the studs, and this wicked, nicely jimped front flipper, nicely jimped front flipper, and it's almost impossible to fail. I mean, you literally get back here and just fall, and the knife comes flying out. But overall, the fidget factor on this knife is 10 out of 10. I love it. If you get bored with one deployment method, you can easily jump over to the other. And this is one of those knives that you can truly carry all day long and not get bored with. Now, I did do 50 dedicated flips, rotating between deployment methods. I didn't feel any fatigue, nothing got sore. Thumb studs are comfortable enough. Lock bar disengagement's comfortable enough, easy access to it. You can see with this being chamfered, you get a little extra room to squeeze in here, disengage. It's it's a fall shut right to your thumb, and then a single shake to get it closed. And this is without any tuning. It's not been lubricated, nothing aiding it. This is just after you've had it for a couple of days and flicked it. This is about what you can expect. So really nice action overall. The things that I enjoyed about this knife, like the things that really worked, So let's point out the blade shape really quick. There is, I don't even want to call it a non-committal point, but whenever you first buy this knife, it's going to have like this little bitty point here, almost like a tanto. After your first sharpening, that's going to go away, and this is just going to be, a spear point, or not a spear point. It's going to be a harpoon drop point. So the belly for cutting was really nice, and then still having that tip on par with the pivot makes it to where it's really easy to get the tip all the way down for any draw cuts you need to do. Any precision cuts, things like that. So between the ergonomics, ease of use, how nimble and agile the knife is overall and the blade shape, it was fantastic to use. Now, what are the things about this knife that didn't work? To be honest, really nothing. You get so many deployment methods, you get so much fidget factor, you have so many different grips you can use, and the knife is so comfortable. The only thing that I wish was different is I wish we had the 80s fat carbon on this side, and that it was an inset liner lock instead of a frame lock. Just because I don't like having two different materials. I'd say, all or nothing, and having two sets of the carbon fiber scales would have been really, really nice. Now, this is not a budget knife, right? This is not cheap. This is definitely going to be for somebody who wants a little more flair, somebody who wants higher quality in their daily carry. So you can easily buy, as a matter of fact, I just did a review on a knife that's $24. You can spend $24 and be just fine and daily use that knife. You absolutely don't need anything that's going to be this fancy or this special. However, for the enthusiast or the collectors that want a little more spice in their daily carry, this is going to be a great choice. You get the Damascus blade, you get the 80s fat carbon. It certainly pops, right? This knife is not lacking in the personality department with that blade shape. And if you're willing to invest more into your daily carry, some of that being functionality and the quality of materials, a lot of that being the flair and the spice of the knife, then yeah, this will be an excellent choice. This knife is coming in at $249.89. So, that's a lot of money no matter how you shake it. If you pick this up at, that's not on sale, but if you pick it up at White Mountain Knives, you can get like 10% off. I'm going to try to find a lower price if I can. For $250, there's a lot of competition. But I would say, with discounts, if you can get this price down to about $200, that's where it's going to beat out a lot of the competition. So if the aesthetics are for you, then I can tell you that the daily use is more than likely going to be for you as well. Now, would I carry it? Absolutely. I've had a blast with this knife. Whether it's in use or I'm just sitting on the couch watching YouTube reviewers, I've really, really enjoyed having this knife. I'm really happy that I gave it a chance. And if you decide to give it a chance, I think you're going to be really happy with it too. Now, outside of that, we've pretty much covered all of our bases, but tell me in the comments, what do you think? Does the Kansept link have a spot in your daily rotation? Does it have a spot in your collection? And if you like this knife review, hit the like button. If you want to see more reviews and content like this, then hit subscribe. And if you don't want to do either of those, just do one of them anyway. As a matter of fact, do both of them. I would like that a whole lot. Helps the algorithm, helps me, doesn't cost you a penny. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. And until the next video, stay sharp.